Well, made it through another week. Yeah, we did. Almost somehow almost didn't make it, but I'm glad we made it. So am I. But now what do we do? Well, you got your birthday coming up. Yep. And Tuesday, you gotta know. Yep. But you're worried about a damn recliner. Yep. Don't worry about it. It'll be taken care of. I promise you. Okay. Shall we do this show? Why not? Live and direct from the Tom O'Neill Memorial Studios inside the Park Forest apartment complex in Jackson, Michigan. The L2C Media Network and Mystifying Creativity Productions present Steve Sporty Balls. And now, your host on a busy Friday night. Yeah, it's Friday Night Ballers. Hi, Mandy. Hi, Peter. Hi, Shane. And of course, hello, Dale. And a special hello to Piper. Here now, ladies and gentlemen, is our host. I am, by the way, Harry von Stuttgart. Now I could say, here's the Bex Man. And hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another little edition of Can We Survive Bed Bugs on a Reclining Chair? And I can tell you right now, that answer is yes. This chair is going in the trash. Anyway, folks, we welcome you to another edition, the Friday night edition. And yes, we give a nod to our friends next door, Mandy, Shane, Dale, and company. And by the way, just a point of fact, I got this about 2 weeks ago. John Malin's God Life, the Romulan Saga. It is fantastic. If you are a Star Trek fan, it's well worth it. So there you go. So John Malin, Michigan's very own. You done good. I can't wait for Mandy and the second edition of Jack Dorita. Anyway, let's let's get to the order of the day. Hello, Dandelion Fluff.
I couldn't find what you're looking for.
I am doing fantastic, exceptionally well. I say hello to you as always. Glad you can be with us. Let's do this. And Monday is the big 6-0, although I don't feel it. But there are some days that I feel very much beside myself. But that's going to change as well. My little fur baby is coming home. And I'm going to make her welcome as safe as possible. Because believe me, I am definitely going to need that four-legged wonder. But she worries a lot for me. And I know. I am thankful for my friends Angie, Annie, Jay, and Chrissy. You did a great job of taking care of her. You are family to me. You are family to me, and you will always be. You're welcome to visit her here at the chalet. So things are looking up for me. I just got some stuff to do on Monday and just find out what I can do. So, folks, wish me luck. I turned 60 and just wish me because I got another mountain to climb. And I hope you folks don't mind if don't mind if I update you on those mountains. Thanks. And now on with on with this broadcast. And I will tell you, this broadcast is definitely going to be a little weird tonight. I have no idea why, but let's get going with some news, and then we'll get to some hockey scores. So here we go. During his march to the second tee box at Valhalla Golf Club on Friday afternoon, Scotty Scheffler almost certainly heard a fan yell, "Start a GoFundMe, Scotty, we'll help you out." Now, if you would have explained earlier this week the reason why a random golf aficionado in Kentucky would offer to lend a financial helping hand to a man who made over 61 million in official PGA Tour money over the course of his career, you would not, in a million guesses, have been able to conjure up the reason. Scheffler, whose biggest personal flaw to date has seemingly been a comic inability to put on a vest, before and after he hit shots during the chilly 2022 Masters, which, by the way, he won, was arrested. Rich people always seem to need people to give them more. Well, here's the reason. He was arrested on his way to the golf course earlier today. The number one player in the world was charged with second-degree assault of a police officer, third-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding traffic signals from an officer following a chaotic incident stemming from an unrelated pedestrian fatality on the road earlier this morning. Scheffler went out a few hours later and shot an impressive 66, particularly so, where are we? Given the circumstances, saying afterward that the entire incident was, quote, a chaotic situation and a big misunderstanding, end quote. He seemed confident after his round that he did nothing wrong. Reporting from ESPN's Jeff Darlington seemed to back up that sentiment. Of course, the police report was much less genial. Regardless of what Scheffler's legal future holds, what was undeniable Friday during the soggy, sullen second round at Valhalla is that the best golfer on the planet, someone who has won 4 of his last 5 tournaments, watched himself being arrested on a TV while seated in a Louisville jail cell, trying to calculate whether it was possible to make it back on course for his 10:08 a.m. tee time. Now, while waiting, he stretched in his jail cell in preparation for a second round of a major, calling the entire episode bizarre or absurd, maybe understating it a bit. Scheffler did make it back to the golf course and went on to shoot the second best round of the day at the time he finished, a 566, bettered only by Colin Morikawa and his 665. Scheffler sat 2 shots back of Morikawa, the clubhouse leader, after the morning wave, and he should be among the top 5 on the leaderboard entering this weekend. Yes, entitled rich person. Yeah. Friday's round made you believe Scheffler could shoot 66 with his hands tied behind his back, which was nearly what he attempted. It was also surreal being arrested and photographed in an orange jumpsuit in the morning, shooting 66 and asserting his will on a major championship course in the afternoon. Throughout the day, fans on property who were dressed in custom-made Scheffler shirts, some said free Scheffler, others showcased his mugshot or Photoshop of Scheffler as Prison Mike, Michael Scott's alter ego from the Office, chanted, "Scotty, Scotty, Scotty." And Scheffler said, quote, "The fans were tremendous today. I felt like they were cheering extra loud for me today. I know sometimes you can't really see it on my face, but I really do enjoy playing in front of the fans. The support I've been getting the last few months out here has been tremendous, and I'm really grateful for it. Now, end quote, by the way. The most remarkable part of this entire saga was also the least unusual. Scotty Scheffler, who now shot all 41 professional rounds in 2024 at par or better, scored 66 for the 10th time so far this year. During a normal major round, this would be impressive from anyone, even the number one player of the world, on a day in which Scheffler was literally told to roll up his jail cell mat and head to the course, arriving less than an hour before his tee time. It's a bit inconceivable. Scheffler explained, quote, "It probably took a few holes to feel normal." Define normal, folks. Please define normal. Quote, "Obviously, I didn't have my normal warm-up." No kidding. "And I usually stick to my routine. I'm a big routine guy, especially when it comes to my preparation. But it took a few holes to settle in. It was kind of nice just to be out there inside the ropes competing. It's one of my favorite things in the world to do. So I was fortunate to be able to come out here and do it again today." 66 hours after being arrested is emblematic of Scheffler's greatest gift. No, not his uh, preternatural footwork that allows him to find the center of the club face on repeat, nor his overall ability as he leads the world in strokes gained off of the tee on approach and overall since January 1st. Um, nor that he is possibly the best golf course strategist in the world. Scheffler's secret skill and greatest gift is his ability to exist the eye of the storm. When all around him is chaos, no matter how it finds him, Scheffler is able to keep his head and his hands calmly, walk to the first tee, and sign for a 66 a few hours later. At the Players' Championship, a neck injury nearly derailed Scheffler. At the Masters, it was the impending birth of his now newborn son. At every turn, golf has thrown itself in front of Scheffler as if to protect all the records and history he's aiming to tear down. And yet, in each instance, he has successfully pushed it real good to the side. Golfers are a notoriously soft bunch. Just after Scheffler was arrested, two-time major champion John Daly withdrew from the PGA with a thumb injury. It doesn't take much to derail these athletes who hit a ball with a stick and walk after it so they can do it again and again and again until they shoot it in a little hole. And yet, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, Scheffler seems impervious to being ratted on or to be rattled or thrown off kilter. He has spoken often over the last few years about being present in every moment, not just on the course either. In a world that is twisted this way and that by every new notification and dinging device, Scheffler's mind seems settled. Perhaps it's that mental state that allowed him to jump back into his routine so quickly. And hello, Matt and Eddie. Others certainly would have been unable to gather themselves in the same manner. It's difficult to imagine another player in this field who could be arrested 6 hours earlier, having his name chanted as he walked off the course, um, like Scheffler did on Friday, and yet he has earned that benefit of the doubt. Try to find anyone, player, caddy, media member, or otherwise, who has a single negative thing to say about Scheffler. You can't, because there wasn't any. Despite a sometimes stoic demeanor, Scheffler does not take himself too seriously. During the Masters, when the entire world bloviating about his impending fatherhood, Scotty laughed about it, saying he and his wife Meredith felt completely unprepared. There is, frankly, no better way to enter parenting than that. Dandelion Fluff with the quote of the night, he might want to consider driving with some of the calmness he brings to his game. Very sin. Now, let's see. If being arrested and nearly missing one major championship tee time while in contention for not just the tournament but the calendar year Grand Slam does not affect Scheffler's ability to lock in, make six birdies, and shoot himself to the top of a star-studded leaderboard, what in this world could it possibly be? And that's the memo. Okay, let's get right down to the brass tacks of tonight's show. We got playoffs to cover, and we shall cover those things right now. Let's take you to the scoreboard, and then we'll be back with more sports news, along with some entertainment news as well, and then the full-fledged scoreboard treatment. Right now, we got some hockey scores, and here we go. It's hockey. In Game 6 of the East of the Eastern Conference second round, it is all over but the shouting. The Florida Panthers have eliminated the Boston Bruins by a final score of 2-1. Thus, the Panthers have won the series 4-2. Right now, just starting the sixth game of the Western Conference second round. It's just starting 16:21 remaining in the first. It's the Stars and Avalanche, no score. Now, in the NWSL, this game has been delayed because of rain and very much ugly-looking weather. Houston and Portland are delayed at goose eggs right now. See, woo hockey, because when you think hockey, you think Florida. Ooh. By the way, we do have one question that our friends at Rogers Sports and Media have got to answer, and it's this. You're down one team. You're down to one team in the Stanley Cup playoffs in the chase for Lord Stanley's coveted silver chalice. If the one team does not win it, are you going to go with your threat to give the remaining years of that 12-year deal, 12-year Canadian television rights deal to the NHL broadcast, to broadcasting the NHL? Are you going to give that to your rumored friends, Amazon? We expect to find out because you've only got, I do believe, 2 more years left on the deal. And like I said, you only got one team left in the Stanley Cup. Since the deal, you've had only about 4 Canadian teams in any part of the Stanley Cup playoffs. One of them made it to the finals, but still, you have lost, and your owners said it best. It's been a money bleeder. It's been a money loser. Well, who knows what's going to happen? But all we can say is good luck to the lone representative of the land north of the border. Anyway, in the WNBA, the Suns beat the Mystics 84-77. And with 4:29 left to play in the second, the Lynx lead the Storm 36-26. In NWSL, this is women's soccer. North Carolina won against the Utah Royals. But again, the Houston-Portland game still delayed. No calling on that. I heard Netflix was thinking about getting into sports more. Yes, Netflix. We understand Amazon Prime Video may be interested in the Canadian television rights deal. If they are, does this mean that after over 60 years, the CBC will not be our home for Saturday night hockey? Netflix wants to get into sports. In fact, Roku, starting this Sunday, will be the official home of the Sunday baseball game of the week. And you can see that free on the Roku channel. Okay, let's get on to the rest of this little melange. By the way, the PGA Championship in Louisville. Round two, of course, suspended because of rotten weather. Scheffler has a one shot lead over Colin Morikawa. Scheffler with minus 12, Morikawa minus 11, Sahith Theegala minus 10, Scotty Scheffler minus 9, tied in fourth place with Thomas Detry, also at minus 9. Let's get you some baseball. We got top of the eighth inning, Angels over the Rangers 7-1. Also, top of the eighth inning, Astros over the Brewers 5-4. Bottom of the seventh, Cardinals over the Red Sox 7-5. Bottom of the third, Tigers 4, Diamondbacks 0. Bottom of the first, Reds are down 1 on the LA Dodgers 1-0. And as I speak, top of the first, Colorado Rockies get a big hit. They lead the Giants 2-0. Final scores coming up now: Pirates over the Cubs 9-3, Phillies over the Nationals 4-2, Orioles over the Mariners 9-2, Yankees over the White Sox 4-2, Rays over the Blue Jays 4-3, Guardians over the Twins 3-2, Marlins over the Mets 8-0, Padres over the Braves 3-1, and the Royals over the Athletics 6-2. And that is a brief look at most of your sports tonight. We got some more news for you. And here are 16 oddities found on the 2024 NFL schedule. Okay, are you ready for this? This is going to impress you, folks. See, Chiefs hit with Barzara's scheduling quirk the NFL hasn't seen in 97 years, but plus 15 other schedule oddities for 2024. So here we go. Here are 16 of the weirdest quirks on the 2024 schedule, starting with the Chiefs, who got a quirk that the NFL hasn't seen in 97 years, and you have a nice night, Dandelion Fluff. You're going for a tough hike. Be safe, my friend. Be safe. The Chiefs will be playing on 6 different days of the week. The Chiefs got a schedule that no team has gotten in 97 years, with the Chiefs getting a Friday game and a Wednesday game thanks to Black Friday and Christmas. Kansas City will be playing on 6 different days this year. The only day the Chiefs won't be playing on is a Tuesday. That makes the Chiefs the first team in 97 years to play on 6 different days of the week. Back in 1927, the New York Yankees played on every day except Monday. Second, Cowboys and Giants are going to make history. The NFC East rivals will be playing each other 2 times in 2024, and both games will be held on a Thursday, which is notable because that's only happened a total of 2 times over the past 98 years. The Lions and Packers played 2 Thursday games in 2023, and before that, you have to go all the way back to 1926 to find an instance where 2 NFL teams played multiple Thursday games against each other in the same season. Back then, it was the Chicago Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Now, CBS scores an NFC East showdown for the first time in 30 years. The Cowboys and Eagles will be playing in Week 10 in a game that will be televised by CBS. The 2 teams would normally play on Fox, but the NFL scrapped the conference affiliations for games starting in 2022, which is why CBS is getting a Philly-Dallas game for the first time since 1993. One of the most bizarre quirks on the schedule actually happened to two different teams. Both the Bears and Steelers won't play their first divisional opponent until week 11, which is the latest in NFL history that a team has ever played its first division game. Previous record belonged to the Falcons, who didn't play their first divisional opponent until week 10 in 2019. The Jets finally are going prime time. If you turn on your TV at any point this fall, there's a good chance you're going to see the Jets. Aaron Rodgers' team has been given 6 primetime games over the first 11 weeks, which marks the first time in NFL history that a team has been given that many night games over the first 11 weeks. The Jets also have a Week 5 game in London, which means they'll be getting 7 standalone games before Thanksgiving. And number 6, for the second straight season, the Jaguars will be heading to London for back to back games, which is notable because the Jags are still the only team in NFL history that has ever played back to back games in London. The Jags did it last year and went 2-0, and that was the first time it had ever happened. For the 2024 season, the Jags will be the visiting team against the Bears in Week 6 before playing as the home team against the Patriots in Week 7. With Christmas falling on a Wednesday this year, this will mark just the third time over the past 76 years that the NFL has held a game on a Wednesday. The Christmas doubleheader, which will feature Chiefs and Steelers and Ravens and Texans, will also mark the first time since 1936 that the NFL has held 2 games on a Wednesday. Here's number 8. This is what Dandelion Fluff was talking about. Those 2 Christmas games will be held on a streaming service. That's right, Netflix. This will mark the first time that the streaming company has won the rights to an NFL game. Last season, CBS, Fox, and ABC all got a Christmas game, but this year, the NFL has put the games up for bid, and Netflix came out on top. Somebody's calling me. Might as well get it.
Steve, I'm fucking freaking out.
Oh boy.
I might have found a bed bug in my room.
Oh Lord.